I've heard over and over again the garbage that it's religious freedom, and I keep saying to you, it's not about the religion. It's not about the mosque, because there are 100 mosques in New York City. It's not about the freedom of religion or freedom of worship, because there's 100 mosques in Manhattan. It is about the site, which is a sacred site. In fact, the head of Arabiya Television, who himself is a moderate Muslim, also an educated man, unlike most of the Muslims that are being heard today who are not educated at all, many of the Muslims speaking out loudest today are jailbirds who got their religion in prison. They're uneducated. They know only the one book, the Quran. They've read almost nothing else. We're being dragged back into the 9th century. Don't you understand what this is all about? An educated Muslim who wants to get along with Christians and Jews and others would say, if there's this much of an outcry, maybe we're wrong. Maybe there's a sensitivity we didn't see. You know what? You're right. We'll move it. It's not a big deal. We're not wed to being at the Burlington Coat Factory. We don't have to keep putting our finger in the eye of America. After all, we like to assimilate. They don't want to assimilate, you schmuck. They want you to become them. You putz, when the hell are you going to wake up to what they're doing to you? You want to find out what Sharia law is? Would you like to hear the story of what Sharia law is? Huh? Would you like to hear where they want to take you back to the 5th century? You hear the words, oh, Sharia law, it's so mild. Really? A Saudi judge has asked several hospitals in Saudi Arabia whether they could damage a man's spinal cord as punishment after he was convicted of attacking another man with a cleaver and paralyzing him. So, in other words, the man's brother who was hurt said that according to a Muslim law, Islamic law, we have a right to demand that this man be punished accordingly, and we want our legal right under Islamic law, the brother said. There is no better word than God's word, an eye for an eye. So they've taken him to a hospital, and they want to find out if a doctor in Saudi Arabia will damage the man's spinal cord to paralyze him. Now, under the law, meaning Sharia law, again, the 5th century law that they like to impose upon you, the victim can receive blood money to settle a case. But the family said, we don't want blood money. We don't want it. We want the attacker to be paralyzed. And so we want his spine severed. Isn't that amazing that you don't even know what Sharia law is? You keep hearing it's just mild this and mild that. Wake up. What world are you living in? There is a war going on, and most Americans don't even know that they're non-combatants in this war. They don't even know that they're non-combatants. They don't even know what war is going on. This is the war to end all wars. This is the war to end all wars. It's a silent, stealth, cultural war.
Savage.